Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man giving you the truth. The unemasculated, unadulterated, well, it is cut because I don't be cussing. Truth. A lot of people like what I'm saying because some people just like the truth. Like some people just gravitate to the truth. And I'm going to tell you something kind of off subject. One reason why you can't go by how many subs people have, because YouTube pretty much controls that. Like if YouTube doesn't like you, it wouldn't matter if everybody else does. You're probably not going to have the views or the subs that the people that they like or that they're connected to in some way have. But you know, if you like making videos, you like helping people, the hope is just that they'll allow people to see what you're saying. Because what I'm finna talk about is very important. Very, very important. No matter what everybody say, I'll take all the smoke. It's good. I'm the YouTube fireman. I'll put out all of your smoke. If I can't put it out, I ain't gonna take it. But one thing I know is that a lot of people all over the world is doing a lot of talking. But if you're able to dissect the things that they say, you'll see that a lot of people is doing just that, just talking. Because no matter how you look at things, there's a reality, there's a truth. There is an absolute truth in some things. And I'm going to give you an absolute truth right now. You ready? This video is entitled, Dating and Marriage Are for Team Players Only. If you're not a team player, you're wasting your time, because all it takes is for the other person to realize that you're not a team player and seek a team player, and you're done. You're done. They're not going to keep dealing with you. This is why the divorce rate is so high. This is why people are always breaking up. Because you, in most of these cases, I will, if I put a percentage on it, 99% of divorce and breakup that happens between couples all over the world, a portion of it is always somebody not being a team player. I'll give you some examples. Easy to understand example. You know why Michael Jordan is the GOAT? Nothing against LeBron. He's number 2. Michael Jordan is the GOAT because look at his teams. Like those were, and look at the people that he had to defeat along the way. Look at those Knicks teams. Sound like something back there. John Starks, Patrick Ewing, those teams would be dynasties right now. They would be dynasties. Jordan beat him. Jordan beat him. Even Olajuwon. Okay, Olajuwon, to me, is probably the top 3, one of the top 3 centers of all time. Like I wanted him to lose so bad, and it seemed like every time he touched the ball, it seemed like he was making a shot. But Olajuwon had Robert Horry, he had Sam Cassell, and guess what? Even though Sam Cassell could score, Sam Cassell was deferring to those two. And guess what happened? What happened? They won the championship. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, like you would think that they cheating. Travis Kelce is almost always open. Like he fast, but he not fast to the point where he should always be. I was faster than him at that. How old is Travis Kelce? In my 20s, I was probably faster than Travis Kelce. And I'm sure a lot of the players he plays against are faster than him. When you look at them Chiefs, when you look at their pregame, those dudes are a team. And the people going to have to deal with them. Whereas you look at Cincinnati Bengals, yeah, they play like a team, but every now and then they had a moments where they break down. That's how they lost to the Chiefs. On paper, you would think they could beat the Chiefs. They lost to them. You know why? Because Patrick Mahomes is the ultimate team player. Look at my Packers, which might not be my Packers for long. They keep being racist towards Jordan Love. I'm going to find a different team to root for. Because they gave a quarterback who's good. He is. But he's not a team player. I want my friends on the team with me. It's always other people's fault. Like sometimes you got to take the blame. But yeah, taking the blame, you should be able to take the blame that you should take, right? And if other people are at fault, then you blame them for where they are at fault. Rodgers never takes responsibility for all of those NFC Championship losses. And he's a team player, or he's not a team player. He's a good player, but he's not a team player, and that's why he only won one Super Bowl. Look at all the dudes who only won one Super Bowl. It was usually the quarterbacks that were probably funny acting in the locker room, distant from their teammates, cliquey, only deal with certain ones. Brady ain't really like that. Brady lost, it wasn't his fault. And I like to send him lose because he won so much. But this last year, that wasn't Brady's fault. Brady passed for over 5,000 yards. So how is it his fault if his team can't win? You look at that defense, people figured them out. Like that year they won the Super Bowl, them two linebackers were all over the field making plays. This year, people took them out of the game. So they was giving up a lot of points. And people figured Brady out too. Like, Brady didn't have the running game that he needed. So they like, okay, we're going to stack 2 guys on Mike Evans and 2 guys on Chris Godwin. It worked. Because what I'm telling you is this. You could say what you want. You could think you're a good person. Oh, I'll find love one day. All this stuff. But if you're not a team player, you're not going to make it with a team player. You're not. You see, like even in the Tia Mowry thing, I don't know what was going on between them. But what I do know is it appears that she wasn't being a team player. Like, but we don't know. Like, we don't know what was going on exactly. I'm just saying it appears. 2 kids. You really didn't give a good reason why you left. I don't know. Was Corey soft-winged? Was he being a man? Because, you know, a lot of women will start not liking you. This is what they do. When they first meet you, I want a man to take charge, this, that, and I'm going to help him, and I'm going to do this, and he going to do this. And then over time, they start switching their tune. Now you the worst dude, and they the best person, even though a lot of times they not being team players. Because if that was the case, then more guys would be getting their kids and not paying child support. Because if these women were team players, man, I got all type of papers in here. Y'all hear that? I set them on the dashboard and they just always falling off. like stuff I need for what I'm doing out here. If they was team players, they wouldn't be hitting these dudes up for all this money. They'd be like, I tell you what, you take the kids, I'm gonna help you. I'll move to wherever you move. We're gonna work, we're gonna raise them together. Not gonna charge you no money. What do? I'm gonna get him for everything he got. Not a team player. Listen, if you're not a team player, dating, relationships, marriage is not for you. I don't care how you look. I don't care how much money you got. The man and the woman has to be team players. If they not, the relationship gonna fail. If the woman is, but the man ain't, it's gonna fail. If the man is, but the woman ain't, it's gonna fail. Especially if the woman does not submit to his leadership and pulls in a different direction. Like, anytime, see, people can say, you shouldn't have got divorced. He shouldn't have left his family. But that's because people are partial towards women in a lot of these cases. Let me give you some scenarios. A woman does not follow in her husband's lead. She always trying to do something else. When her relationship fails, how is it the husband's fault? I got plenty of examples. See, some people are trapped in the 90s. They think that everything costs what it did in the 80s and the 90s. And when they levy out some of their criticisms, they criticize people believing and thinking that that's the case. It's not. I was just in the store. You got butter, $6.99. You got gas prices right now over $3. So marriage, relationship, that's for a team. Like, if you ain't silver spoon or you ain't had your big break, what's gonna happen? Like, if you try to pay everything on a low salary, what's gonna happen? It don't, see, people think, oh, you could have did it. It don't matter. If your salary is not high enough to trump these prices, you still gonna come up short. Even if, let's say you pay your own bill, you pay all your bills, and let's say you make 40 grand, you pay all your bills, and you the only one working. The minute your bills start to go up, even if you paying all your bills, you ain't gonna be saving no money. And if you save money, you ain't gonna be paying no bills, because you gotta get your income over all of this stuff that's going on. Any couples, y'all talking about power couples, you ain't a power couple if she at home. If you not already rich and your wife is staying at home, you, my friend, are not going to reach your potential economically. That's why I say, if I date an older woman that's beyond childbearing years, ain't gonna be no staying at home. Even being rich, okay, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do all day? All right, I know what you could do. Go help them at my business over here. Now, of course, if you already rich, she shouldn't always have to be doing it. Just add some type of help. Be a team player. Like, I knew this guy in Texas. I knew he was a team player because I knew him. And when we used to talk, a lot of times, like, you can't just say stuff to certain people. Like, when you learn people's personality, you got to try to avoid saying certain stuff. I knew the whole time, everything he was telling me, like, man, it sounds like your wife just not a team player. That's what it sounds like to me. Sleeping in another room. You say, okay, if you tell your wife, I'm gonna pay all the bills, but you start coming up short, which would, in this case, that's what was happening. What would a team player do? Like, he coming up short, but his wife is working full time and her money is just still disappearing. I'm looking at him, he telling me that. I'm like, should I tell him the truth? Dudes be out here trying to steal cars and stuff. I'm like, should I tell him the truth? Because the truth was that he was a team player, and his wife was. I don't know what she thought. And all of y'all that just think is black women, I ain't gonna say what race his wife was. She wasn't black. Not a team player. At all. At all. And it's like, I'm watching this dude, listening to what he's saying and watching his actions. And I'm like, dude, a team player, but she not. And I'm like, just shaking. You know how you be knowing what the answer is, and you just be like, man, that's messed up, dude. Because you don't really want to, you don't be wanting to always like put the truth out there because you don't know how he might respond. That was the case. Me and him used to talk all the time. I'm like, man, this crazy. This some crazy stuff right here. I started seeing the truth about marriage. What year would I say? My eyes was still squinting probably in 2001. And every year they just opened up more and more and more and more and more. And a lot of times you just be observing. Like you don't want to go against the grain. You don't want to ruffle feathers, stuff like that. But over time, I started noticing stuff just getting worse and worse. And it's like, I'm not going to say like in my own stuff, I'm not innocent. I'm not 100% innocent. But I'm pretty doggone close to it. Only thing, like with me, I would say like a couple times I quit jobs prematurely. That caused problems. Because I knew myself. Like when somebody is just pushing your buttons and you the type, you know you don't be playing no games, you don't take no mess. Sometimes you gotta remove yourself. But that it don't always work out. Like you go through struggles. It's like you take steps backwards sometimes. Me, I ain't never kissing nobody's ass. If I gotta take 3 steps backwards, I'll do it. If I see somebody just trying to get me to kiss they behind, like, this is why, like, I criticize drug dealers. But I understand. Because some of them have a wide array of reasons. Like, to make it on these jobs, it's crazy. And I'm gonna try not to go too much longer. To make it on these jobs is like, you gotta be less of a man to be accepted on the majority of these jobs. If you too manly, or you believe in standing up for truth or for yourself, you're gonna have a hard time. People ain't gonna want to be around you. And the insecure, childish behavior that a lot of people present, they gonna slowly try to weed you out. And you gonna see the dudes who kiss up to everybody, don't ever stand up for themselves, act like they love drama. You see them stand on these jobs. People that hate drama, it's hard for them to stay on job. People that save name in the book of life, it's hard to stay on job. Your name in the book of life and you working with 17 demons. How you think that's going to go? You the only one there with your name in the book of life. You going to have to defer. You going to have to be lessened in your manhood, everything, just to make it. That's just the way it is. And something you say, well, I won't talk about my faith. You don't have to. A demon gonna know. Like, you gonna give off a vibe. They're gonna know it's something different about this person. And they'll start poking and prodding to figure out what it is. So, so I went to church Sunday. What do you think about this Jesus stuff? What do you think about Muslims saying the Prophet Muhammad is the last prophet? All that stuff. And you looking at him like, why are you asking me this? Do you believe that Jesus is the Savior? Do you believe in speaking in tongues? I dare somebody to ask me that again. I go to a job, I'm going to be like, why are you asking? I ain't going to even be nice about it. Why are you asking me this? We got work to do. We ain't here to talk about the Bible. Because I learned the hard way. I ain't talking about the Bible ever again on my father's grave and no job. If somebody asks me something, I'm going to be like, I'm not talking about that here. I'm not. Because let's be honest, much as I love God, he wasn't always bailing me out. People was on my neck. I ain't talking about that no more. Not at work. I'll talk about it on YouTube. I'll talk about it out here. But I'm not talking about it at none of my businesses. And I'm not talking about it at a job. Don't ask me about it. I'm done talking about that. It caused too many problems. I need money. If I talk about that, it's going to be somewhere where ain't no possible problems. And now you can throw dating in there too. Don't be at work talking about you red pill and you believe in polygyny and don't be talking about that at work. Now all of a sudden they picking with you at the job because they found out you believe in polygyny, you believe a woman's supposed to submit, and you work with a bunch of feminists. You know, they ain't gonna know. Listen, they ain't gonna punk me. They start getting out of order and be like, hey, I'm a grown person. I'm a grown man. You know, I'm not a kid, not a child. You address me, you know, we could talk to each other like civil adults. Well, maybe you need to get a new job. Maybe. That's why I never work just no one job. If they say you can't work anywhere else, you're going to see me. You know how you put your hands down when you finna get up? You can't work nowhere else. I'm going to get right up. Or I'm just not going to listen to them. I'm going to still work somewhere else. Do what you got to do. I'm never having one of anything no more. It don't work. The only thing I'm going to have one of is God. It's too late to only have one kid. I got 4. So we ain't talking about that. I'm not having one. If I got with somebody and they was the only one, they gonna already know it ain't gonna be this way forever. Please. That one stuff don't work. The only thing I'm having one of is God. But again, like I say, all y'all want to get with somebody that's like, here's what you do. Here's how you prepare yourself. Become a team player. Learn what that means. Women and men, become a team player. For men, you're the leader, but you're still a team. For women, You're not the leader, but you're still a team. That's how it works. Anything else is not going to work. I'm telling you, man. Y'all be out here letting y'all woman get pregnant by other dudes, talking about, baby, I love you, and I'm going to raise it like it's my own. No, you should be lucky. I don't believe in beating on women at all. But for you to come back and expect him to raise that kid, that is total disrespect. To me, it's disrespectful for a woman that let another dude put his wing ding in her, in any part of her, and then go home to somebody else. That is disrespectful. Ultimate disrespect. Do you know what happens during sex? You let somebody else do that to you, but you're his responsibility. That ain't fair. He missed his bus. That's not fair. I'll never in my life try to stay with a woman knowing she done stepped out on me. Never. Your best bet would be to get the hell out of my face. And definitely, this is how dudes get caught up. She'll do something like that and then be yelling at you and trying to act like it was your fault she did it. And some of them, here's the trilogy. Here's the trinity of it. They step out on you. It was your fault. And they're yelling at you. Here's the quad. They step out. It was your fault. They're yelling at you and they attack you physically. That right there, I can't make no promises. Can't make no promises on that one. And then, now get this. Here's what a lot of guys are dealing with right here. And we finna close in 2 minutes. What about the women, right? They break their house up. They get with somebody else. They instigate you into a fight with him. And when he's losing, they try to help him while demanding child support or alimony from you. You gonna pay it? I know I wouldn't. I'll beat around the bush. I'll be flipping the bird to the lawyer, everything. I'll be like, well, you're not gonna get a passport. I'm not a passport, bro. I could care less about travel. We're gonna take your license. I'm gonna drive anyway. They be trying to take up for these women, man, that's doing the stuff I'm talking about. Not team players. Shouldn't have never been in no relationship. If you're not a team player, relationships are not for you. You wasting people time, wasting their life, wasting their money, wasting their energy. They could be positive, but they're going to be negative because of you. And then you got people that's trying to make like I told my sons, people trying to make these dudes feel bad for not having a girl, not having kids. Who gives a flying flip? If she not a team player, it's a blessing for you to deal with these women. And it be worthwhile, she had to be a team player every step of the way. Every step of the way. She ain't got to be perfect. Just got to be a team player and got to be loyal. No dudes have access ever. No emotional affair, no physical affairs, no pictures sent, no pictures received. Just pure loyalty. That's the only way it's going to be worthwhile. And she brings something that you don't have on your own. These women won't bring nothing to the table. They selfish. And then they say, well, we hate women. I don't hate women. But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like the type of woman I'm talking about. I don't like non-team player women. I don't like sneaky women all up in dudes' faces. I don't like women who get penetrated by other men, but they're in a relationship, which, and when you going together, you practicing to be married. I don't like women that step out on their husband. I don't like swingers. On either side, you sharing your woman, you's a simp. That's the only thing that was simpy about Patrice O'Neal. That's my only gripe and only criticism of all the stuff he said. How you gonna say that's your girl and you letting the other man have her? If that's the case, let her go and then you go. I don't like these women who guys be doing everything for them and they still criticizing them. I don't like these women who that talking about everything they want. The guy they got is what they talking about, but they don't respect him in that way for one reason or another. Maybe he don't got no money. Maybe he this, maybe he that. I don't like those women, but I don't hate women as a whole. Y'all just try to do what people do. If they can't prove you wrong, they rely on assumptions. They rely on insults. Oh, you hate women. No, I don't. I don't hate women. I just expose women. And there's certain women I don't like. I don't like thoughts. Unless you want to be that way, we role playing or something, and me and you together, and then you want to play that, that's different. It's different. But for you to be in a relationship and you go in the club and you doing all that, you getting pounded in the bathroom, you getting pounded in the alley, you leaning on a garbage can like this, then you go home like you just this ideal woman. Them the women I don't like. Double standard. I don't like when women do that, man. Because there's too much partiality on their side already for a guy to be dealing with a double standard. What you want me to do and what you want him to do as men, that's what you do. If you don't want him dealing with other women all up in other women's face, taking pictures, hugged up on women, why are you doing it? Because I'm a woman. No. That's not your job. You obviously are satanic. I'm going to show you how. Because the Bible says that you're there to help them, right? You don't think so. So what? You negate the Bible. What's left? The devil. That's what's left. He said, wives, be subject to your husband. You don't think so. So you go in the devil's way. Do as I will. It's almost like God and the devil having an argument. And the Most High says, wives, be subject to your husbands. And the devil come and say, do as thou will. Do whatever you want. You don't got to be subject to him. Y'all see how that go? I'm going to make a video. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to illustrate it all for y'all. I'm going to put the things God say and the things that the devil and satanic ideology and the Satan church. I know their doctrine. We love people who turn the other cheek. I know. Come on, man. You dealing with Prophet Howard here. Oh, it's so much easier to just say I'm a false prophet and write me off. That's easy. Oh, he just a false prophet. He ain't no different from all the rest. Because you want to believe that I'm wrong. Oh, he ain't no different from all the rest. He hate women. No, I don't. He's a misogynist. Is God a misogynist? That sounds like something that the devil would say about God. He's a misogynist. And watch this, watch this. Am I a misogynist or are you guilty of misandry? If we look at the Bible and what the Bible entails, and we say, okay, the Bible is the truth. And then we look at misogyny and misandry. Which one is a thing? Y'all ain't messing with me, man. Y'all not. All y'all panda bears, they not messing in mine. They relationships messed up the most. Grifters. Derek Jackson is a grifter. He's still talking. Who's listening to you, man? Are you an agent? Are you working with the feds? Ain't nobody listening to you. Only people that listen to him is women who think he cute, or women who ain't gonna, they just want to, panda bears, women who think he cute. He ain't got, dude, trust me, the majority of the red pill, all they doing is reacting to Derek Jackson. They not listening to him. They don't agree with him. They don't. Like any of them. Like, I ain't gonna keep naming them. You know, they don't agree with Derek Jackson. The white, the Asian, we got Asian dudes in the manosphere. We got white dudes in the manosphere. We got black dudes in the manosphere. We got all these different people in the manosphere. How many of them agree with Derek Jackson? Hardly none of them. And he's still talking. You're still trying to take up for these. If anybody is trying to take up for these women, you just a clown. And you can call us clowns, but who, truthfully speaking, who's the real clown? The guy that takes up for women who only are getting exposed and talk about when they're wrong. The ones that ain't doing it, nobody's criticizing them. You taking up for them, you taking up for the wrong. They be like, get him, get him, get him. You're a clown. Either you a grifter or a clown or both. You taking up for these women, man. You should be over here. Oh, and if you taking up for women and you ever been divorced, you ever been kicked out of a house by a woman, you ever been strongly mistreated by a woman, either you grifting, you a clown, or both. Thanks for watching. We'll probably do another video later on. You know, I don't go heavy on Fridays because this is a major work day and I like to stay busy. I'm going to make a short about what I just talked about, though. And I'm going to make a video later on, and that's going to be it for today. So make sure y'all watching all of my videos. Make sure y'all hitting the like button on all of my videos. Make sure you're sharing all of my videos. Shout out to my new subscribers. Thanks for watching. See y'all later on.